phrases like very smart and 4.0 and all kinds of other things. So you guys can grill them and see how true those things are. So feel
Just no
free.
trivia questions.
Feel free to ask questions to Collin. Let me know in the chat, and we'll go from there. Go ahead and get started with Trace Travers from Rivals.
Yeah, Collin, good to see you.
What's up, Trace?
You obviously have a new tight ends coach this spring. How's it been working with Coach Chris?
Coach Chief's been amazing for us. Just being able to pick his brains really about NFL and the tight end position's been huge for us. I like to come out to practice a little bit early and just ask him questions about football, questions about life. I think he brings like a lot of wisdom to the tight end group and has so much knowledge. I think it's huge for us.
Yeah, is what's different about his coaching style as opposed to Coach Tui?
I definitely think he treats the older guys like NFL vets at times, which is nice. Because to be honest, I feel like we are vets with the experience we have now. But he's really hands-on with the young guys, which is super helpful for them, especially because, I mean, coming into this offense, it can be daunting with how much you need to learn. But having another NFL guy to be able to explain it is super helpful for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And with that, how are some of the younger guys taking to the offense from your point of view?
I think this spring has probably been the best thing for them. Obviously, due to COVID, last season was really difficult, especially just learning. Like, you're getting thrown into a pretty new environment. And for them to be able to handle it the way they did is extremely impressive. But I think they took what they did in the fall and are running with it in the spring. So Jermaine, Jake, Mojo, Nick, I think they're having phenomenal spring camps.
Fantastic. Thank you, Colin.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Jeff Ferrato from Cal Sports Report.
Hey, Collin, can you talk a little bit further about what you're seeing from Jermaine Terry? There's a lot of fuss made about how good a prospect he is. What are you guys seeing?
I don't think I've ever seen a freshman walk in with the size that he has. He's bigger than some of the D linemen I had to block last year. And his eagerness to learn is unmatched. Also, like his size, I don't think I've ever seen a freshman just so eager to get his hand in the dirt and just want to learn. He's always asking me and Tawny, Gavin, questions about certain situations in the playbook. So it's definitely a lot for any freshman to come in and just get thrown into the offense and kind of got to sink or swim, but he's definitely swimming, and he's learning more and more each day.
He's been very complimentary to the older guys like yourself for the help you've provided him. I think he appreciates that.
Sure.
I take it you think he might turn out to be a pretty good player?
Yeah. I think anyone we bring in has a potential of being a good player, or else we wouldn't bring him in. But I think Jermaine definitely has a bright upside just based off his athleticism alone. And then paired that with his willingness to learn, I think the sky's the limit for him.
If I could ask you a follow-up on a different topic. When you came out of San Marin High School and walked on at Cal, which was now more than 4 years ago, I know, as a graduate in January 2017, I believe. Did you have intentions of trying to be a quarterback, or did you already know that you were going to be transitioning to a different position?
To be honest, I think like the middle of my first spring, once I realized when I wasn't that good at quarterback, I was like, maybe I should try and play a different position. I think the jump from high school quarterback to college quarterback might be one of the biggest jumps in football. So, and at the end of the day, I just want to play football. I want to be around my friends and help the team any way I could. But yeah, to say as a freshman, I'd be playing tight end today and would have played in games, I wouldn't believe you. But it's been quite a journey, but it's been a great journey for me.
And can you give us an example or two of something that happened with you at quarterback that first spring that maybe convinced you that this wasn't your future?
It might have been one of the first walkthroughs we did. And I remember seeing like how much Chase, Forrest, and Ross Bowers were preparing. And I was like, maybe I was thinking probably put in about like 30 minutes last night. And I see these guys like an hour to 2 hours in before. And also just seeing them throw the ball, routes on air. I was just like, these spirals are some of the like tightest spirals I've ever seen. So I think my perspective on things definitely changed.
And so I take it you're now satisfied that you have the best arm of any tight end on the team?
Oh, the jokes happen daily when we're going to put in the tight end double pass. But I try to remind people that I don't think my arm is what it once was. So
now you're just hiding in the weeds, aren't you?
yes, exactly. But I mean, if Coach Musgrave is listening, if we got to do it, I'm your man.
Thanks, Collin.
Yep.
Coach Musgrave is probably not listening, but we'll, with that question answered, we'll move on to Chase Travers.
Yeah, Collin, I wanted to ask, you had a decision after the 2019 season to make,
yeah,
and the scholarship opened up back at Cal for you. How has it been being in a master's program since then?
It's really nice. To be honest, I'm able to spend a good amount of time focused on football because the master's program is created for people with full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my classmates are doing some awesome things like all around the world and working jobs and are still able to take the classes. So my workload is much more independent and I have like a certain amount of work I just got to get done by the end of the week. So I'm able to chip away at it throughout the week and still spend a good portion on football, which is really nice, especially going into my last season.
Yeah. Are you in public health?
Yes, I am in public health.
Yeah. Yep. How important is that right now with everything we've been going through for the past year?
I like to tell people I'm probably in one of the most timely programs you can be in at Cal. Some of the stuff we're learning is extremely eye-opening and useful. So it's refreshing to be able to learn stuff that I can apply every day and kind of be the person that has all the interesting facts about COVID and kind of educate people on certain things.
Fantastic. Thanks, Collin.
Okay. Anybody else? Looks like Jeff Ferrato has another question for you.
Yeah, staying on that topic, Collin, can you, first of all, share with us what your GPA at Cal has been since Kyle pumped you up there with a 4.0, perhaps? And also, with this kind of major, what is it you want to do, after you're done with football? What would you like to do with that major?
Yeah, so I'll touch on the GPA. So my undergrad, I finished with a 3.27. So I know it's been kind of thrown around the press that I have a 4.0, but my undergraduate GPA was a 3.27. But in my grad school program right now, which is more important in my opinion, I have a 4.0. So I don't mind all the press that's getting thrown around about my GPA, and I'm trying to maintain that 4.0 for sure. And then as far as what I want to do after with that is I'm definitely still learning with these classes and more just what I'm able to do with the Masters in Public Health. I mean, I have a lot of classmates that are like starting nonprofits in New York, some nurses, some people in medical sales. So I'm kind of just picking their brains and figuring out why they're in the program and what they're benefiting or what they're getting from the program. And because I'm in a unique situation where I'm still able to play college football, I hope to have it all figured out by the time I'm done.
Good luck. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Final question for Collin? Okay. Collin.